as people say, just on time. Hey, Darren, can you change the angle of your camera?
Yeah, I'm gonna move it somewhere. There, it's like now it's on a plant.
Okay.
Just want to be able to like, well, maybe I could, you know what? I'll put it over here because it'll point at the love pillow. 'Cause I
I
want
like
to
the
do stuff.
plan.
Yeah, but I want to do stuff on the computer too while we're chatting.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna fold some laundry.
There we go. How's
Fold
that?
the kiddos laundry.
How's that for you?
Bit busy.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna really see it when I'm sitting up against the computer. You're gonna see me. That's it.
Okay, show me. Show me the view then.
All right, 1 second.
Okay. Which ones are these ones? Are these Jinjins? Are these Zebs? No, these are Zebs. Okay. That's Zebs too. Okay. And these are
Oh,
Juniors.
there it is. I could put it on the. Well, I could put it on the. Yeah. See, look, you're not gonna see it now.
Okay.
And then I turn around like this, and then you
Can you
just see
angle your
me.
phone downward more so we're like see more of you instead of the fan? Yeah, that's better. Cool. Cool, cool.
Give it a few minutes for like people to join and what have you.
So, are you able to download? You said you can't or you can download
I did download it, but the problem is, like I told you, it's too large.
the
And
sunrise one?
yeah, yeah, and I was trying to
Okay.
cut it, but I'll have to do it again. I'll have to cut it.
Can you in your phone duplicate a video and then cut it in half?
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. I was doing it. Like I was starting.
Oh, okay. I
I was,
gotcha.
and I saw the size of the video lessen. It like got lowered. So
Yeah.
I just gotta. I'm not on my phone. I can't do it right now. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to plug. I'm gonna try to. Actually, now that my phone's over here, I can plug it in. I'm not using the microphones today because I need to plug it in. There we go. Cool.
You know what I just heard when you said plug it in? I heard one of those like commercials about those plugins. It's like plug it in,
Yeah.
plug it
Yeah.
in.
Yeah. I
And you
remember
know
that too.
what? Why aren't we I mean, I do this, but for whoever watches this, why aren't we um doing that? So like these commercials, the whole point of them is to do these little ditties, right? So then you
Yeah.
remember them when you're grocery shopping or shopping in general, um, for these key phrases that you're probably going to say to remind you of them. So why don't we make mantras and sayings to remind us of things of like what we need,
Mm,
you know?
true.
And
True.
I was on the live this morning, I was singing a song or a rendition, my own rendition of somebody else's song. And she said that little mantras are called pocket songs, which means they're just short phrases for in the moment to pull out of your pocket to support you in that moment. And I love that because I always call them
Yeah.
mantras, but I love it. Pocket songs. That I am full of pocket songs. So many pocket
Well,
songs.
yeah. Well,
I
because I mean, I said that to you before. I think that's like one of your key things. Is like for you
well,
anyway.
I'm like, have you ever read the book Miss Sprocket, Miss Sprocket's Pockets? You ever read that
No.
book, Darren?
No. No.
I love that book because she has pockets full of things. She has alligators in there, she has a kitchen sink, she has trees, like she has everything in her pockets. And I just love that book so much because it's just reminds us of one, what I'm saying is to like pull out a pocket song, like just sing about whatever it is you need in the moment. And then also, it's like a sign of abundance. Like she's so abundant, like anything you need, it's right here in my
She's got it.
pocket. I'll pull it right out.
She's got
What's up,
it. Yeah.
Darren? What's up? Let me see you in the chat.
Well, there's people here.
There are. Hello out there. Hello out there in the universe, the screeniverse on YouTube. Hi, Kenneth. Welcome. Blessings to you. Thank you, everybody, for your likes. I think this is Junipers. We'll put June's here. Hi, Victor. I am Luna. Are you Victor? Is that who you are? Yes, I'm Luna. Nice to meet you. And anybody else is here, nice to meet you if we have not met yet. Darren and
Oh,
I also haven't met either. So,
yeah.
hi, Darren.
Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Oh yeah, Victor. And he
Victor,
says, "Oh yeah,
Victor. I'm going to do
yeah."
a little
Well, we
research
may
for
go. Are
Victor.
we planning to go live tomorrow too? Are you guys?
Yes, we are a
Man,
couple. Where does it say about the live, going live tomorrow?
doesn't.
Oh, okay. You're just asking. I
Yeah,
got you. Gotcha, gotcha.
because we're gonna either put it. Yeah, man. What does yeah, man mean? I don't know what you mean, Victor. I'm kind of looking. I mean, I'm looking at the camera because I'm looking at you guys on this screen. But then you think that I'm not really looking at the camera, but I'm actually looking at the camera, or I'm actually looking at, you know, like I'm talking to you guys over here, but I know the camera's over here,
Mm.
so to speak.
What you doing on the screen?
Um, I'm typing in the chat. I just put the
Oh.
website link in there.
Yes, we've never met and we are a couple. This is
You
true.
guys, no, I'm not, but you are a couple. Yeah, yeah, Victor. What's good, Victor? And listen, everybody.
This one's release.
If you haven't already, man, subscribe to the channel. Tap the like button. We got a lot of cool things coming, man, that we're working on that we're going to be putting out. And you know, well, you know what, Victor? Let me just say about let me touch on that subject because nothing is very odd. Why I say that is because, well, me personally, for me, I'm a person that does not go with what everybody else does. You know what I mean? Like I live my life from walking down the path that has never been traveled. And so what is really normal anyway in this world? I guess if you identify it as normal that you need to have like a white picket fence and the house and the white picket fence. Well, I just am I guess then I'm neither do I, but it's still odd. Okay, well that's cool. You're allowed your opinion, brother. Um I mean,
It's a long distance relationship. We've tried
yeah,
to meet and the
yes,
universe said not yet.
not yet.
We tried to meet
No,
multiple
not
times.
yet. Not
It's
yet.
really funny.
You are not yet meeting until we
Yeah.
say, yeah, God,
Hi, Travel. Hi,
listen,
Frank.
man, I want to say one other thing to that. It's like God is in control. We're not in control. The universe, divine, like we're not in control. We think we're in control, but we're not actually in control of anything. We're just in control of like the choice of fear or love. Which do you choose? You know, that's about as far as control that we actually have. So, but humans actually think they're controlling their entire life, and in actuality, we're not. There's a whole controversy around free will, which I definitely will deep dive. You have had a long distance relationship, but I met that person before. Okay, I got you. Well, just the way that all things unfolded, it was all divinely orchestrated. And as a matter of fact, don't you have a video up, Luna, on the channel that you posted like about your like perspective? They also had their profile pic.
That is called um, Canva. You
That's
could
called Chat GPT. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's called Canva. It's really easy to put two pictures together and you just add a background and then I changed color to make it look like the sun was coming through.
Man, you could make anything look like anything, man. Like
which
Hollywood
is
can
so
do any.
cool. It's a
Yeah,
great manifestation technique. It's a
exactly.
great, which I've made some funny pictures of Dare to Die together too for manifestation. Um, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I
there
mean,
is a video. It's called Luna's Perspective if you want to watch it. But it's
yeah,
basically we met in light language class and we didn't really, I mean, this is just for me. We didn't really talk at all. And then afterwards I was like, "Oh, like I want to practice light language with somebody." So I reached out with Darren. I'd already been certified in crystalline soul healing. I don't really, we'll release these ones. And yeah, we just started talking and we had the same exact goals of what we wanted to do, which was so freaking cool because I've been calling in somebody to work with me to open the new Earth School. And I have all these programs, which I just finished one with Darren. What? Yeah. And I have four more that we were making and co-creating together. And I told Spirit, like, if you want me to do all these things, I am down. However, I need support. Like, I don't want to do it by myself. Like, that doesn't resonate with me. And then here's Darren. He's like, these are like literally my same goals and like what I'm calling in and what I want to do. And I was like, what, 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 who? And we started out as friends and just working together. And then
yeah,
it developed to more.
yeah. And not only that, like, to add to it, my friend that I had prior to Luna, we were talking about the same exact thing, wanting to build community and all of it,
Mhm.
and like very, very similar things, But like the most coolest thing about everything is like, which I had told Luna from day one, and we haven't really talked about this much on social media or anything, like gone in great detail, but we've always both of us have always been calling in like, you know, because I know like my lineage has been extremely codependent, and I know that that's a big part of like me breaking those chains from my, what does that say?
Show up.
Oh, show up. Like that hat like was like flat, man.
I know. It just came out of the washer. It was really
Um
dirty.
um so it's like my like history is like very codependent, and that's one thing that I know for a fact I've been breaking in my family history, and I've been calling in, and I told him this from day one, like a fifth dimensional relationship, a relationship that's not based off attachment, that we can like go like Luna can go and off to like she went off to like Costa Rica and did a goddess retreat, and like she was going to go to Sedona, and like we are going to be doing different things around the world and in general that we're going to do it together and we're going to do apart, and a lot of people cannot do that. Like it's like very attachment based, and then there's suffering, and it's like I know that me and Luna are also um doing this for the collective as well. It's not only for us. And I know God is putting us through these tests to make us stronger, and be able to handle the things. Like this woman right here is a strong ass woman, man. The things she's been through, like most people would have like probably given up a long time ago. And she's like extremely strong, like both of us, mentally, physically, spiritually, and so it's like we just go with like like okay, I'll go into a little bit. I'm not going to go into a lot of it here because I think we're going to save it for like videos and things like that, and different kind of like sporadically put it out there, different things. But I will say that like the first year we were tested like really hard because Luna really wanted to meet, and she was planning many different like times for us to meet, and then I knew I could feel the energy, and nobody really could understand it. She finally understands, what I was experiencing, but she's experiencing it now in different ways. And every time, I mean, I even tried to explain this to my parents like years ago about vibration and frequency and how it feels. And like, you have to feel into the energy of something because every time you try to go against that, it's like denying your intuition. And then something happens that is not good, basically, you know? And so it's like every time we tried and it wasn't, the energy just wasn't there, something happened.
Yeah.
And I continuously would say, "No, no, the energy's not there. I don't feel it. I don't feel it." And no one really understands. They're just like, "Oh, just book a ticket and just go. Why don't you just go? Why don't you just do this? Like, take the action." But that's not how it works. There has to be like
I mean,
you take the
action with energy, like, you
yes,
need the
yes, yes,
momentum with the energy. It can't
yes.
just be one or the other. You
No,
need
no.
both to make
Yeah,
it
and
happen. Yeah.
you're still taking little steps towards, but like you have to like feel in like I could feel it. Like I'm like, no, it don't feel good. It don't feel right. No, it's not the right time. But not everybody can accept that. And they'll just say, well, you're a grown man. You could just book a ticket and go. And I'm like, no, it doesn't work that way. Like there's like a feeling of I know that I'm just stuck here right now for some reason that I don't know yet.
Mhm.
And again, it's either people accept you the way you are and accept how things are, or they don't. And I've learned like you can't please everybody and make everybody happy. And yeah, see, there you go. Prof Oak says it makes no sense. Exactly. You're not going to understand it.
Yep.
I could explain to you all day long, but one day you will understand it because I've just planted seeds. And you will understand it as the humanity raises their consciousness. The way things are moving is it's a feeling. You have to go with the feeling. Like, oh, like, okay, let me give another example that me and you were just talking about the other day. Remember how I said to you, I wanted to like, I think I'm feeling like I need to do some beautification on the YouTube channel, and you're like, I'm just not feeling that right now. There's no energy in it for
Mhm.
you. But then you go, but if there's energy in it for you, Darren, then you do it. But for me, there's no energy in it. And that's
Yep.
what I mean by it. It's like there's this
It's like we're
energy.
not guided to do it, and we're not
Yeah,
supposed to do everything. You're
yeah.
just supposed to do whatever there's energy behind. And it takes a while, at least it did for me, and I think really everybody, to figure out what that energy feels like to you, because it depends on how spirit is communicating with you. Is it a feeling? Is it a knowing? Are you hearing them talk to you? Do you get visuals?
So like just like that person just said, what if the energy never comes? Then you have to leave that project or that person or that thing. It has to be on hold. Like there's no
Yeah.
energy there.
Yeah,
Or
one
or
oh,
you're continuing whatever you have with them, and you just have to wait till the energy is there to hang out or meet or whatever. It goes with friends, it goes with family, it goes with anything. It goes with like, okay, one moment you have you feel the urge to call somebody, and then the energy just dissipates. And then you're like, you know what? I don't feel like calling them anymore. There's no energy behind it. And so that's kind of if that makes sense. Sometimes you'll have an urge to call your sister, your brother, your mother, your father, your boyfriend or girlfriend, and then all of a sudden you're like, eh, maybe you just got to follow the energy. You have to be in tune and in touch with your body and your emotions and feelings and energy and everything else. What if the power grid goes down? Well, yeah, I mean, that's very possible for that to happen. It's a lot of talks about it actually happening. So, but what
mhm.
is your question about it? I'm not really sure what you're asking. What does that have to do with what we were talking about? Let's
Yeah, I wanna give an example for this of how spirit communicated with me. And
yeah,
so
go ahead.
if you are at the point of, like, someone commented, like, what if it never happens? So I'm going to give you a different question, or like a statement to say to spirit to heighten your perceptions on your reality, to heighten how they're communicating with you. So if you're like feeling like you're in a standstill, typically it means you need to recognize something, like something needs to be recognized, or you're waiting. So I'll give you an example. So I just recently moved, which is why I've not really been on this channel for a while because I've been moving things, organizing, collecting things, organizing things, and I really like everything to be organized and put away. It allows me to be able to focus on what's present instead of seeing distractions. Um, so, one of the things that I needed to find was a bed. And I'm all about finding free things because we are abundant and there's always somebody that has something to give you for free if you just ask. You know, that whole like cup of sugar from your neighbor mentality. Anyways, I needed a bed, but specifically, I asked Spirit, I want a bed that has not really been used, that's been in somebody's guest room, and they just don't want a guest room anymore. And they want to get rid of this queen bed. So it was interesting. I was looking on the internet and I was messaging people for beds. And anytime I messaged people, and again, this is just one way that spirit can communicate with you, it felt gross is the way that I can describe it. It just felt really gross. Like that icky feeling of like, I feel dirty. This doesn't feel right. I feel like I've gone down an alleyway, like that kind of energy. And I was like, this is just weird. Like this energy feels really weird to me. I don't like it. So I took a pause. I was really tired. It was during that eclipse. So I napped and then I woke up and then I felt still that sticky energy, but it also felt like a clearing energy of lightness of, oh, I haven't looked in this group forever. And I clicked on it. I scrolled down 2 posts and guess what? Exactly what I wanted. It was a bed that was a queen size bed, hadn't really been used in somebody's guest room that they were giving away because they wanted that other room to be used for something else. Wham bam, thank you. And I got a new bed, which I'm in right now, which is amazing. So if you are like, oh my gosh, how is spirit communicating with me? I don't understand. Just ask them to keep communicating with you until you see it, feel it, hear it, sense it, know it um, through your senses. And if you don't get it, just tell them, keep sending it to me, keep telling me until it's really strong and undeniable that I am like tripping over your messages. And since I've done that, that's when things have really shifted for me because before I'd feel really frustrated. Like, I bought a big purchase, which I'll have to wait to talk about this one um, until things are finalized. But I purchased something very big out of fear, and I was not listening to the energy. I was not listening to my inner guidance. And there was a bunch of catapult of events that ended up coming from it that was, I mean, everything's still beneficial, right? But that wasn't necessarily the path that I wanted, but I chose
Mhm.
it. Everything's a choice. And that energy now I can identify it of like I don't want to move in that way anymore. I know I almost said that full phrase, wham bam, thank you.
You see
But
Luna? I was gonna tell you earlier a couple times. You see, there's somebody called Luna Bell in here.
I know. When I talk about spirit, I just talk about spirit as in like God consciousness, pure consciousness, universal source energy, the energy that has created all. Um, Luna. I feel like I'm just talking to myself. Maybe I'll call you Belle just so I don't get myself confused. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Um,
No,
you
this
should
is
ask Spirit for $1 million in Bitcoin. That's funny
exactly.
because my daughter, and I actually have a text message from her recently where she was asking me to help her find something. And she's like, hey, mama, can you please ask Spirit to tell me where this thing is? And she's like, Mama, I already asked. They're not telling me anything. I was like, well, we're still gonna practice. We're still gonna work on it. Just see, like, do you hear anything? Do you smell anything? Do you taste anything? Like leading you there? Because sometimes they'll give you something, some information, and it has nothing to do with that thing. For example, I lost my wallet. Darren, I don't know if you know this or not, but recently I lost my wallet when I was went to this estate sale to find these cubbies for my kid's bedroom. But really,
Mhm.
nothing's ever lost, right? I just hadn't found it. Everything is already, yeah. Anyways, So I'm looking around for it, and Zebra kept asking me, she's like, "Mama, just like keep asking spirit, like just tune in." And I was like, "I keep seeing a bed. I keep seeing a bed, and then I also am seeing the living room. Like, I don't really understand." So, anyways, I went to sleep in my bed, and then I woke up, and what's in the living room? My jacket. What's in my jacket? My wallet. I just
Wallet,
didn't put it in my fanny pack. I always wear this
dang,
like fanny pack to put everything in it. So the whole day I was rocking without a wallet, which was fine. But that's what I'm saying. Like they showed me a bed. What did I need? I needed sleep, right? Because I had been up the night before organizing and cleaning and putting things away. I was going off for like 3 hours of sleep and I wanted to take a nap, but so many things were happening quickly. I was just kind of going along with the energy. And then when I slept, I was like, oh, right, it was raining. I was wearing a jacket. I wonder if it's in my jacket, which was in the living room. Boom,
mm,
it was in there.
dang,
So that's what I'm saying. Like, don't take whatever you get from spirit as verbatim because
yeah,
they're
exactly.
constantly trying to communicate with you. And give you information to support you. And it could be interpreted in so many ways. Like I could see a rose, Darren can see a rose, and it could be completely different. For me, it could mean Mary Magdalene or going to smell the roses, right? To Darren, it could mean, I don't know. What could that mean to you, Darren?
I mean, for
If you
me,
if spirit showed you a rose, like, in your mind, what would you how would you interpret that?
I would interpret it as be be in the present moment. Like
Like smelling the
my
flowers?
yeah, yeah, like
Gotcha.
mindfulness, like
Mm,
being right here, right now, you know?
yeah, cool.
Um, so somebody asked, do you all believe in free will? And I was actually just talking about this, and I would love to do a video on this. We should screen we should put that in the list of things, Luna, if you can. I don't know if you
Oh,
have your
yeah, here,
computer on.
I'll just do it's
Make like
really
a
easy
list.
to
Make a list in Google Docs, like our the questions, and we can make videos about them. You know, that's what we're gonna
I
start doing.
here, I'll make
Um, we're gonna start making videos about your guys' questions, you know? Um, because we're not gonna obviously go into detail on this live or in these lives anymore, like, in the like, it's not fair to everybody asking questions, you know? Hello from another planet. I'm not gonna say what you want me to say in the chat, but, I almost did, but I'm not. Ava Hesh Hat. I think I pronounced your name right. I'm not quite sure. I'll briefly say it because I was talking about it earlier, uh, Mr. Oak. Or wait, was it Mr. Oak that asked that? No, no, Click McClick, Ma Click. So I'm not going to go in depth about it because I'm going to make a video on it, and it might even be a part of the podcast. I'm starting to kind of just hone in on some things here, you know. Um, anyway, with free will, I believe we do, yes, planet Earth does have free will, and yes, I believe in it. But there's only a very little aspect of free will that we have, which is, like I said earlier, is choosing love or fear, choosing things that have to do with love or have to do with fear. Which route are you taking? That's your free will. That's as far as our free will goes. If we had full blown free will, we probably would have done like Atlantis and destroyed ourselves already. You know, and that's the real truth. Um, uh, and so yes, there's a lot of help and a lot of and you could talk on it, Luna, too. Like there's a lot of guardians and guides and higher dimensional beings and watching over and God as well. You know, so yes, I believe in it, and but it's very little. It's as I said, it's oh, I get to choose to have these Cheetos over having, I don't know, like a natural chip. Or I get to choose having a veggie burger over a red beef patty from McDonald's. You know, it's like that's our free will. I get to choose to go to this job or not go to this job, or not show up, or you know, I get to choose fear to How do I view my lens, either through God's eyes, the eyes of love, or fear? So you're welcome, my friend. It's complicated question scientifically and spiritually. The answer might be yes and no simultaneously. Yeah. And I also, it goes back to what me and Luna were talking about earlier about feeling the energy of what you decide to do. And it's very funny too, because I'll tell you what, man, sometimes when I have gone against that energy and I've like decided to call my sister or call somebody, I'm like, oh my God, I regret even listening,
Mhm.
not listening because like they bit my head off or something like that, you know? Like it was like they were in a bad mood or some crap like that. That my intuition was like, and that feeling was like, no, don't call them right now. You wanted to call them, but don't call them. And there was a reason for that. And sometimes I didn't listen to it because the energy was so strong behind it, and then it turned into not a not so great sit call that I was, like, regretting I actually did it when I felt the feeling. So, again, I went off topic a little bit, but, all in all, that's free will, so to speak. If you wanna touch on it, Luna, go ahead. I would love to hear. I mean, I'm sure they wanna hear it.
Yeah, and my take on free will is very similar. I think that some things you don't really have a choice of because we
No.
all chose to come here to have different lessons, so to speak. Which really, I don't like when we say lessons because that makes me feel like I'm in school. Yes, we're in the school of life, but it makes me go back to being in school, and I don't like that. I would rather look at it as of under the lens of we are here to expand, and there are various topics that we came here to expand on that we didn't really understand the topics or the approach to go about these certain situations in within family members, within work situations, or what have you, to release these beliefs that we've been holding on to that we're ready to transmute. So there are those. And then there also is, yeah, free choice to make decisions like buying an expensive item and then regretting it afterwards. And the thing is, I expanded because of that. I felt the energy of purchasing that thing, what it felt like afterwards, all of the grief, all of the sadness. Wow, I was in so much fear. Like, it was really shown to me and my different parts of self of how that felt to make that decision, to make that choice. And now how I kind of shifted paths because of that. And at the same time, everything, absolutely everything. Like, we can be on so many different timelines. It is absolutely beautiful. And you cannot make the wrong choice. And
Mhm.
if you had told me that before, when I purchased that expensive thing, I would have been I would, like, scoff at you, like, "Yeah, okay. No, that was the wrong choice. I shouldn't have done that. I was in fear." But the thing is, when we have these blinders on, so to speak, and we're in the energy, it's hard for us to discern, to recognize what's happening, or even if we are recognizing it, we are, might be in freeze or fawn, the different trigger responses that it's challenging to get out of that to recognize the choices that we're making. But all choices are beautiful. All choices are unique to you, and there's no right or wrong. And any choice that you pick, you are still going to be supported. If you quit your job because you don't like your job, guess what? The universe is going to support you. It's just not holding on to these limited beliefs, which my understanding of limited beliefs, does it feel good? Is it supportive for you or is it not? And if it's not supported for you, then it's a limited belief and you can choose to chuck it out the window. And
Mhm.
any choice, you will be supported no matter what. And that one I'm still honestly grappling with. Like, what? I can choose different things, like choose what feels the most and best for me, and it'll be perfect and everything's going to be in alignment. And the more times I do tune into that, I do tune into the choices that feel good to me versus ones that I'm trying to people please or trying to figure somebody out, or doing it for a different motive that's unauthentic to myself. Then that's when I notice that kind of weird energy But it's not that the energy is weird, it's I feel weird. I feel
Mm,
weird because I'm disresonant with myself. I've chosen something that didn't necessarily feel in alignment for an alternative motive, whether that's, as I said, like people pleasing, guilt, shame, fear, like whatever it is, a layer of something that is being presented to me on this beautiful silver platter that I get to choose if I want to dive into it or not. Choose to look at my stuff like, oh, I just hung out with that person even though I didn't want to because I felt guilty because I haven't seen them for a while. But at the same time, you don't have to. And if they knew you felt guilty for hanging out with them, they'd probably say no thanks, right? So it's kind of a reciprocal energy. Like, are you benefiting them by hanging out in guilt? No.
mhm, mhm.
Or yourself? No. So that's my take on free will. That's what I think about it.
Yeah, I like that. Um, I like that a lot, and yeah, I would have to agree in a lot of ways. And yeah, there's definitely different things that we already have contracted before coming here as to what we chose to learn from different people, from different relationships, from different experiences, different places we live, all different kinds of things, that we chose to, you know, experience pain in some different ways, suffering in different ways, all of these different things. Yeah, from a human standpoint, we're going to be like, this doesn't make any damn sense. But from a soul standpoint, there is no suffering or anything, it doesn't have any of that, doesn't feel any of that, doesn't, but it learns and it grows and expands. And so yeah, I mean, that's just a short synopsis of free will. I mean, we could go really deep into it, and we may do that on unfiltered or individual videos or that we do and post.
Hmm.
So I want to kind of keep it like when we go live, like is what I've
Not go
decided to
deeper
do.
in debt in depth.
Yeah, like, yeah, exactly. Because a lot of people are asking questions and things of that nature, and it's only fair to like answer every whatever we can. It was just 11:11. We had 11 people and 11 likes.
Oh. Hi, Amy.
Yeah, what's the question? What's your
Depends
question,
on the
Zipfa?
question,
Yeah,
Zip
that's exactly.
Facts.
Yes,
I will
exactly.
always say depends to anybody that says that question.
Yeah, true facts.
Oh, thanks for asking. Any pronouns cool for me?
No, do not say that word, Luna.
Mm, okay.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. My kids always have me do like a drum
Your
roll.
two
Here,
minute two
here,
two
I'll give you
minute
a drum
old
roll,
son.
Zip Facts. Da, da, da. So what is your question? Da, 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 da.
2 minute old son. And I mean, okay. Okay, go ahead, Zip Facts. We're waiting for you. Do your thing, brother. Where's my question that I posted? I don't know. Huh. All right, well, whatever. It's all right. How so though? Like, do you mean like through the law or through someone just doing it, like a citizen, a civilian doing it, or what? Well, you guys are just tweaking, man, right now.
The thing that I'm
Yeah,
hearing is just about what Yeshua said, which is, can you look at people? What is the phrase, Darren? Do you know what I'm talking about?
yeah,
It's,
yeah.
can you
Can you
see the
can
act?
Yes, can you see them from the pain they're in, not the act they
There we
committed?
go. That's it. Yes.
And can you all? Because listen, man, I'm not gonna go into that on that. Luna can have it. I'll answer afterwards if she wants. But um I will bring up Charlie, okay? And I will say that that situation is bringing a lot of divide and separation in the world, you know, and um yeah, and it's going to be very hard to make, now that I think about it, it's going to be very hard to bring that into a short uh a short answer. I'm not going to touch on that right now, actually, because I said I wasn't going to do that. I'm going to do that on another. I'm trying to think about how I can answer something like that, because God doesn't see anyone as evil or bad or dark. It's only love. There's a lot of around that, Siddharth. Yeah, I got you, man. But like, hmm,
Going along the lines of what Yeshua said, what I'm being reminded of is typically if someone is put in a position or chooses a position, or is manipulated into a position like hypnotherapy, hypnosis, for example, um, not saying that that's what happened, but maybe, who knows? There is a line of energy of that either happening to them already or witnessing it, making it normal. And so, and that this kind of goes to like some person on the playground hitting someone in the face, right? They're like a young kid and they're hitting this kid in the face. Why are they hitting this kid in the face? Because they witnessed somebody else in their life, an adult role model, who is doing the same thing. We are creatures of habit, we are creatures of our environment. So, that person either was hypnotized or in that kind of environment that deems it as normalized, or another option could be they're put in the situation of forced to do it for some reason. um for, I'm hearing the word fame, like saying that they'll be like famous in some way, like I just keep saying the word fame. But there, no matter what situation comes into our awareness, there are multiple perspectives and reasons behind it. So, as Darren said, there's separation and divide. And I also will say, when there's separation and divide, there's also a lot of coming together. So, because there's
yeah,
always
yeah.
balance, we are in the universe, there's always balance. There's always more light than there is dark. It's like a slight percentage. So, I'll always come into balance. So, all that happened, well, there's like ripples of fear that has come from it. There's also ripples of love and kindness and compassion and love. So there's both there. Um, and as far as the law goes, I don't know much about the law, so I don't feel comfortable speaking to that. Um, yeah,
Well,
I'll just leave it at that.
well, I'm just gonna say this. Like, there's a it goes so deep, man, that you cannot even like get into it with the beliefs that everybody has just on this live, and 13 people in here. All of us have different beliefs and different perspectives and different views we look through. And if I go from a spiritual standpoint, like from a standpoint of like past lives and past life regression and what I've experienced in doing sessions like that, and reading a lot about the soul's choice, soul contracts, all these different things, there's so many ways you can view this type of thing. And it is so controversial, and you really, really, like, if you're going to get into a debate or topic, like debate with someone about something like this, you really have to be neutral, and you really have to be open and receptive to like listen to what somebody has to say, and not gaslight them or argue or what have you, because it's a very sensitive subject, and there's many ways of looking at it, and I can sit here and talk about it all day long because there's so many different things. If you could go by, there's a contract that the person that did it, that committed it, had with the person that experienced the death, from a soul perspective, from a previous life, most likely. Now, again, this is one way of looking at it. These two souls had previous lives together, experienced, and one soul was the killer and the other one was the receiver. And then now the soul wanted to experience being the killer and being the receiver so they can have the experience of the emotions, because that's why we came down here, to feel everything. And so, like, this is a part of, and again, from a human experience, from a human standpoint, we're going to have attachment to everything, to the human experience, to all of it, but the soul doesn't. And the soul doesn't see it as a bad thing. The soul sees this as a game, as a movie, and everyone choosing roles to play. Like, I'm playing a role with Luna, and Luna's playing a role with me to teach me something, and I'm teaching her. And when you leave and you leave the body, you're going to see that all the souls that you chose to experience life with are going to come out from behind the curtain, and they're going to be like, "Hey, how you doing?" Like, a lot of them didn't want to play out these roles, but they chose it for you, for your growth. So that's one way of seeing it. And if you deep dive into a lot of this stuff with past life regressions and stuff that have to do with the soul on the other side, it goes very, very deep, and it's very interesting stuff. And there's many. If you guys ever want, like, titles of different authors that have done thousands and thousands of them, like Michael Newton is one of them. Roberts, I forgot what his name was. Robert. He by far was one of the best writers and did a lot of stuff with the other side. And Robert's something, I'll have to look up the book. But there's Michael Newton, there's Brian Weiss, there's Dolores Cannon, there's all these people that have done tons and tons of stuff with this work. And I've done a lot of sessions, almost 50 already, and about to be even more than that. And again, as I said, it's very different from the human perspective, from a soul's perspective. So, like I said, that's just one way you could look at it. Again, dependent on how you see things and the way you look and where you're at in your awakening process. You may not be able to hear what I have to say. You may not be ready to hear it. It may be difficult to hear that. Um, and but it definitely does change the way you view things and see things and look at things, for sure. Like, I know how I look at things is way different than I did 10, 20 years ago, you know, after deep diving this stuff. So anyway, that's just one way to look at it. There's contracts that we choose to experience, and I don't want to let really, there was another thing I was going to say, which is like, but I don't want to say it on here. I think that they use like different words to use it. Which is like, if someone takes advantage some with if someone takes advantage of someone sexually. I'll say that. Okay, that's the words I'm going to use. You should know what I mean. It starts with an R, you know. But what they say about that, when you deep dive this stuff, it's basically they're living out karmic stuff that, in a previous life, the one person was the RE, and then the receiver, then the other person was the receiver, and they switched. And so the soul wanted to experience both sides. Again, it's not easy to hear that, and you have to be at a certain point and level to be ready for stuff like that, and be able to see it in that way. Because especially if it's something that you experienced, hats off to you, man. And I'm sorry, but the fact of the matter is, yeah, it it's all a game, and this is a movie, and if we could see things that way, man, I think the world would be a different place. People wouldn't be like wanting to fight and argue and choke someone out, because they have a difference of opinion. So yeah, I kind of went on a tangent, but I love these topics, and yeah, I just love answering these questions. I like deep diving this stuff. Um, Again, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, comment. Thank you, everybody who's in here, man. Go to our website, sign up for our free newsletter. We got a lot of things up and coming. We're revamping everything. So, we keep doing this every few months because we just keep changing. And like Luna said earlier, it was like, there's no energy in this anymore, or at least right now. So we have to keep
Yeah.
evolving as we evolve.
Yeah, and sometimes it's it's not that the energy is not there, it's just the energy is paused.
Yeah, that's what I mean, not
And
there
it's
right
like,
now.
yeah, and that's a really nice perspective to look at it, because I have, for example, a bunch of programs that I'm can finish whenever I'm called to do it. But I used to look at it like, oh my gosh, like I feel so guilty. Like I should have all these programs done. I should have them finished already. Like it's been like 2 years. But at the same time, the energy hasn't been isn't there. I've been guided to do other things, focus on other things. So, but I
You know
know
what?
when the energy is there and I'm guided to do it, it will happen again. Like there'll be a swoop of energy and it will be.
I wanted to add one other thing that they just told me that I should say and mention
Okay. Okay.
about what I was referring to about, like, soul contracts and, like, someone being the receiver and the giver in, like, a sexual act of taking advantage of someone. I'm not gonna say
Yes.
the word, but
Yes.
what I wanna say is one other thing is, it's like this guy, and that's what I meant to say earlier, and the person that was involved and all the people were involved, they contracted it to create some sort of movement or catalyst for society. It's just like I always go back to the, situation that happened in New York with the guy that the police officer put his knee on his throat. Um,
George
that
Floyd.
George Floyd, that was, or the thing with Martin Luther King, or all these different things were catalysts to wake people up, to get people to come into their hearts, because humanity's not leading with their heart. They haven't been. And what happens when you have a massive storm that comes and destroys things? That's when humanity comes together. When you have some kind of situation, yes, this is creating some divide as well, but I think it's bringing more people together and more people in their heart. And that's the point of it. And that's why a lot of people agree to do these certain things and to be a part of it, because it's going to create massive change. It's a catalyst, just like a typhoon happening somewhere, or a hurricane or whatever. It brings people together. People start helping each other. They become closer together than separating and dividing. Yes, it's sad. Yes, it's horrible. But what would happen if none of this stuff happens? What would happen if we didn't have these catalysts in our life? People would just stay doing the same damn thing all the time. They live in the same freaking house for the rest of their life. They probably stay at the same job. They probably wouldn't do anything, because we've proven as a human race that change is very difficult for the human race. Humans don't like change. And so what forces you to change? A catalyst, hitting rock bottom, something happening in your external world, it forces you into change, you know? So that's why a lot of these events that are happening are catalysts. Yes, they're sad. Yes, they're horrific. Yes, they're horrible. The things with animals being abused, all of it is horrific. The things with the kids, and trafficking and stuff and all this stuff, it's horrific, but it's going to force change. It's going to force humanity to wake up and say, F this, I'm done. I'm not, I like every time I hit rock bottom personally, it forced me into change. I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, no, like enough is enough. Like, I'm on my knees like to God, like it brings you back to God. It connects you back to God, you know? And then it's like when I was living in Florida and we had like hurricanes and that destroyed things there, that's when people came together. When we had before the hurricanes, I went through a lot of hurricanes in Florida from 1987 to 2018, a lot. That's like over 20 years of like, and there was a lot of hurricanes and devastating ones. And I'm gonna tell you what, man, before the hurricanes came, people were actually helping each other. They were helping people, helping each other put boards up on their windows and sandbags and getting food, and people came together, you know? And it's like fear breeds separation and divide, and that's what they want to do. They want to put us in fear so they can control us. And I've said this a million times. But like when these catalysts happen, and yes, they're horrific, as I said. I'm a human too. I have feelings too, you know. But the fact of the matter is we need big events lately to force change, or people are just going to keep doing the same shit over and over again, and they're never going to change. And we need change right now because things are accelerating and we're awakening. And so it's like we got to get comfortable in the uncomfortable. So I said my piece. I preached to you all just now, you know, like I just was preaching, like God was just speaking through me, man. I couldn't stop, you know? It's just like the flow, man. Like I don't know if you felt it or not, but that shit had activations and codes in it, and it was like it was coming through, like, you know, like
I felt it. I felt a wave of energy and I was like, "Oh." It was like whoosh.
nothing. I
I
was
could
like in
feel
the
it.
zone, man. Nothing could stop me. Like I was in the
I
zone. That
know.
shit was barreling.
I felt the wave of energy and I just had this knowing of just listen and I was like, "Okay." So I just listened. Yeah, it was
Let
really
me tell
strong. It
you
was
what,
over the
man.
third eye.
Like my dad, like I always talk about my dad in 94 when he had cancer and everything, and you know, and healed from it. But like that was a catalyst to get him to change. And what did he do when he got onto the other side? He started helping people. He started volunteering and helped thousands of people with diseases, you know? So it's like that's typically usually what happens. People go through things and then they get onto the other side and then they help and they shine their light bright and they make massive change. So it's like what's gonna come out of the whole Charlie thing is a lot of change for the good and the betterment of society and humanity. And he knew that that was gonna happen. It was just like Black Lives Matter came out of, you know, the Floyd. I'm pretty sure it was the Floyd thing. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the Floyd killing. So it's like all these things are creating these massive changes in society and the human race to bring us together. So yeah, I hope you guys felt that as much as I felt it coming through. And you know, now you can go, Luna, because I'm sure you got. I'm gonna I'm gonna step away for a moment if you don't mind, because I'm just gonna make my uh lunch if that's all right.
Yeah, of course.
It's like way past
Um,
the time that I wanted to.
I think you covered everything. I see a bunch of questions in the comments. Oh, hi, I am.
What that I'm supposed to answer or something?
No, I'm saying I can
Oh,
answer while you go
oh,
get
okay.
some food. Do you have
Okay.
your ear pod in so you can
Um,
still hear?
I mean, maybe I don't know if I'll be. I don't. Well, it's
You
not.
don't have to respond. You can just listen so you know
All right, I
where
could
the
try.
conversation's going.
I could try if it lets me.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, I can hear
Oh,
you.
okay. There you go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So, someone commented if we can see ghosts or are ghosts real?
Well, I'm gonna mute it though, so I'm not like talking out loud to myself and stuff, you know. And you guys, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna
Yeah, I
listen though.
think
All right.
yes, exactly. I just wanted you to be able to be in the loop about where the conversation is when you come back. Okay, cool. Yay. Have fun making your lunch. So yes, I have seen ghosts. Um, I there's a lot of what's called as earthbound spirits, which are spirits that have not yet transitioned to the light, to their new beingness, whatever they're choosing to be next. Um, yeah, multiple times. Like, and I've also seen entities, or people call them aliens, extraterrestrials. Um, I also know like kids or babies, as well as animals, are very open to all of that. Recently, was on a camping trip. All three of the kiddos I was with came up to me and said, "I think this place is haunted." When in reality, like, we're on multiple dimensions, right? There's multiple things happening at the same time. There's no time or space. It just is. So even though we're in this reality, like, I'm in my bedroom, there's also simultaneously at the same time another reality happening within this space that I am aware of or unaware of. So one thing that was happening when we were camping, when the kiddos were saying it was haunted just because they saw a ghost, which haunted is a whole nother topic. Um, it it was very interesting. So like, I saw a dog, like apparition of a dog. I was like, that is so cool. And then they felt like a being touched their shoulder. Um, and and the thing is, there is different vibrational energy. Does that energy that's coming into your awareness, whether you're seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, sensing it, which I've had all those senses come online when communicating with another being, does it feel good or doesn't it feel good? So you're going to like tune into that. And then also, are you in fear? Because here's the thing, when there's a higher dimensional being that is in your space and you are in fear, you are projecting that fear and amplifying it. So you are creating even more fear because you're making yourself a mismatch to that other energy. So, um, one of the cool stories that I have, when I was younger, I was around 10. My grandma had what they called as Alzheimer's. She couldn't remember who she was. My parents wouldn't let me say goodbye to her because they saw she was like my best friend, which, if you knew my childhood, you would understand why. But anyways, I confided with her and everything. My parents thought it was too hard for me, so then I stayed at home. And that night, the moon was out, the shades were drawn, like they weren't completely closed, and the moonlight was shining on my bed. And it was, I felt frozen, and like this wave of energy came over me. And at the time, I was like raised Catholic. mm, That's a whole nother topic as well. And so, but they didn't really talk about, you know, people passing, what could happen, or anything like that. And so here I am, not able to move, honestly freaking out because I was alone. No one else was in my room and I couldn't move. And I kept feeling called to look at the end of my bed. So I look at the end of my bed and it looks like somebody is sitting there because there's an indentation in the bed. And all of a sudden, I get this wave of beautiful energy. Reminds me of the energy when I feel very connected to source, to God consciousness, this like tingly, warm, peaceful, loving energy that nothing can shake you or break you because you're just so in it. And all of a sudden, that energy left. And I immediately shot up, right? Because I didn't feel the energy holding me down anymore. I like move the blankets and the sheets. I look around and there's nobody in the room. Anyways, I was probably integrating. So all of a sudden I felt really tired and I went to sleep. The next morning, my dad comes in and he opens the door. And what does he say? He says, "Hey, just letting you know that grandma passed in her sleep last night." So my grandma, who I was so close to, came and visited me and said goodbye. She, in her way, right? Because spirit communicates in different ways. So what I'm saying is, there could be spirits like that. There could be spirits that are coming to you because they want support in going into the light. Because maybe they had a traumatic death, like an assassination or suicide or something of that nature. Um, or there's something else. Usually, earthbound spirits, they haven't left because they're trying to figure out what to do. Like to trying to figure something out, like resolve something so they can let go of the life that they had. Um, like they're feeling guilt or they're feeling shame or something of that nature. So I hope that that answers you, whoever asked that. Do, do. Someone's asking future predictions on WW3. I don't, I haven't really tuned into that, to be quite honest, because here's the thing. Here is the thing. We are manifesting, I almost want to say like the B word. We're manifesting bees. Okay. So if we are tuning into that kind of energy and we are asking those kinds of questions, we are putting that energy out into the universe as a possibility. Okay. So the more people that are saying that this will be a result, we are creating that energy. We're a collective consciousness and we co create together. So by tuning into that or saying that this is a possibility or what if kind of thing, we are actually creating that energy. So for me, I've not tuned into that at all. And instead, tune into what do I want to create? What is going to be the light that I share with people? How am I going to move in a way that feels good? Because the thing is, unless people are like, um, unless we're tuning into this energy of what's happening around the world, it doesn't exist. It doesn't exist at all. So if you don't tune into other countries, what's happening, and you're just going along with your day, gardening, being out in the sunshine, it doesn't exist because we create in the now moment. So for me, yeah, I'm just like, I'm just gonna keep going down that path of not tuning into that kind of energy because that's not what I'm wanting to create. Hope that makes sense. I'm English, Canadian, and Scandinavian. Ooh, I love Daren to ask that question. John just asked, you ever feel the pretension that comes before an idea is formed? Hmm. I'll have to tune into that. And I love that question because hmm, I'm trying to think of like different downloads that I've gotten. If I've felt energy of like well, actually, no, I did feel that with I was trying to find this bed. I felt this like icky, gross energy, which I would call pretension. And then it felt lighter all of a sudden looking under this group. And it was literally the third post exactly what I wanted. So um, I would say yes. But as far as like downloads, I don't know. I'll have to tune into that. And thanks for your question. Hello from Scotland. Mm. Hmm. I think someone asked, what is a soul? Or something like that. I'm going to scroll up. Do, 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 do. That's the ghost one. Okay. What do you think about soul? Like, what is a soul? All of us have a soul, which is a slice of God, a slice of source energy that comes here or wherever you are incarnating as, becoming as, creating as, with this beautiful energy. And it is my understanding, I'd love to hear Darren's, is just God's source energy is your soul. That's like who you are. And our soul signature is just our unique form of our authenticity, how we want to move, what's our purpose. Um, yeah. Keep hearing that song that I was singing before. May my voice be a strong and resonant vessel for you, for me, for healing in this world. May my voice be a strong and resonant vessel for you, for me, for this entire world. May my love be a strong and resonant vessel for you, for me, for this entire world. May my peace be a strong and resonant vessel for you, for me, for this entire world. That song was just playing in my head for some reason. So maybe someone wanted to hear it. Lam, ba da, do 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 do, dum bum, ba dum, da dum da dum dum dum, bum, ba ba, do 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 do. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Healing in this world. Oh darn, I can't do it. Does anybody else have any more questions? I'm just gonna start editing a video.
Yes.
Whoops, and I'll mute it too. Hi, Walrus. Love and light to you too, Kenneth. Mm. May my light be a strong and resonant vessel for me, for you, for healing in this world. May your light be a strong and resonant vessel for me, for you, for this entire world. May your peace be a strong and resonant vessel for me, for you, for this entire world. May you dance and it be a strong and resonant vessel for you and me and this entire world. I like that that's called a zipper song when you could change one of the words. And then you could do the whole thing and then keep doing it with different phrases. Is there a song you want to sing about in that zipper song? Hmm? We've already said love, peace, light, healing, dancing. What else you got? What'd you have for lunch, dear?
I had that sun-dried tomato and chickpea
Oh, the lunch
deli.
meat?
Yeah, yeah. It's
Nice.
like dinner. It's like dinner lunch. I mean, it's already like 4 o'clock, so I've been eating, no later than like three, 3:30. And that's like my lunch and dinner together. I was gonna have a salad too, but I only pretty much have like one salad left for
Mm.
tomorrow, and, the, and then I'd have to open up this Mediterranean mix salad just for Friday, and then that. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna save the salad for tomorrow. I'm not really wanting to eat that much, so I just made the deli meat, the plant-based deli meat, and it's really sucks, man, because um, Sprouts is discontinuing it.
The deli meat that you like?
Yeah, yeah, and you can't
Mm.
find it anywhere else. I bought like 3 packages last week, and the woman's like, they're getting rid of all the good stuff, and I'm like, what? And they were
Aw.
charging like $8 a package for it, and then
Well,
they put it on clearance for $2.99, and I bought all three of them. I'm like $3. So sucks, man. I heard a lot of people talking about that, like this guy that I follow on YouTube. He's called the Vegan Zombie, and that's his like YouTube channel, and it's pretty big channel. And he created like a movie that is going to be premiering in California in October.
mm,
It's about veganism and stuff like that, but it's also like a horror movie because he wants to try to like you know make it interesting kind of thing, so people actually will watch it. And but all three of them, these guys, they're friends for like a long time, for many years, and they're all vegan. And they were saying like they've noticed a lot of the plant-based and vegan foods that they really like are disappearing off the shelves. Um, and then they were like saying they think it has a lot to do with Beyond Burger and the other company that have kind of they're so big and they have so much money backing them that they're like forcing all these smaller little companies out, that do vegan stuff or plant based, kind of like monopolizing it. And
mhm.
they made a comment and said that when they eat like Beyond Burgers, like if they eat it too much, like their stomach bothers them or something like that. I don't think I could eat it that much. I think there's a lot of processed crap in there.
I do not like Beyond Beef
I
burgers.
don't
They
either.
taste
I don't
so
either. That's what I'm saying.
fake
Yeah, yeah,
and
that's what I'm
so
saying.
processed. It
Well,
just
from what
tastes
I
like junk
understand,
food.
they're made in a lab.
Yeah. Ugh, I think they're so
And I think,
gross.
if I'm not mistaken, Gates, he owned like 90% of that company. If you guys know who I'm talking about, the big Bill, Bill guy, Gates, who's a part of a lot of this stuff that's been going on. Not going to go into it on here. That's for damn sure. I don't need them deleting the channel for that. But there was something you were talking about, man, that I wanted to touch on. I was like, oh my god, I know exactly. Like, oh yeah, someone asked about WW3.
Yeah, if you want to talk about that,
Nah,
that's
because you
kind of
know what? I was getting like a couple years ago when I was going into the Akashic records a lot. Um, they showed me they can make anything in Hollywood look real. And I was given this example with, I don't know if you, I mean, I know everybody's watched the movie The Titanic, and I know Luna doesn't watch movies, but I damn sure got to believe she watched The Titanic.
I've watched that. I watched that,
Okay,
okay?
okay, all right. That's what I said. I damn sure got to believe you watched The Titanic. All right. Um,
It's true. I
so,
have.
so the example of with the Titanic is, I don't know if anybody watched. Maybe you didn't watch this though. They had um, like a documentary on the Titanic and the making of it, And the reason this came up was because I don't know if you even remember this, Luna, but if any of you know what happened, like, I don't know, it's probably a year ago or something like that, where there was a submarine that blew up in the ocean, and there was a bunch of people on the submarine and they died. And everyone was like arguing about it and like, oh, blah, blah, blah. But they like showed this on the news. And I kept getting these downloads saying, did you actually see it happen? Do you know people that were involved in it? And this woman who I met with, because at the time I was meeting with all these different people weekly, reading the Akashic records, we were practicing, going into each other's records. And this woman came to me that I met, and I never met her before. And she had questions that she did not give me the questions till I went in her records. And lo and behold, while I'm in her records, there are questions about the submarine and the people that were in it. And while I was doing that reading, they showed me visuals of the movie, the making of the movie. And they showed this boat that was like probably the size of your daughter, your 7-year-old daughter. Okay, that's probably how big it was, or maybe even zebra. Like if you laid her down like horizontally, that's how
Mhm.
big the boat was.
Mm.
But if you and they put it in a swimming pool, and that was the movie.
Oh my gosh, Darren, that
So
reminds me of a clip I saw yesterday along this lines, and I want to hear what you have to say of a person on a horse, but it was a fake horse, but it was really in the back of a truck, and they had no horse legs, but it looked like a horse. And then there's a cameraman in the truck with them and the person on this fake horse, and then them doing a running scene with a horse was really not even with a real horse at all.
mhm, mm,
But
yeah, yeah. So
yeah.
they had a swimming pool, and the boat, the model boat was in the swimming pool, and it was literally a small boat, but in the movie it looked like there was this gigantic, massive ship, you know, and they made it look so real in Hollywood. But like literally, it was just in a studio with a pool that you would have in the back of your house, and the boat was in the pool, and they made wave. It was like they created, they installed a wave machine and all this stuff to make it look so real. But when you looked at it on the movie screen, it looked like this massive ship. It looked like the ocean, and none of it was real. It was all staged. And so they were showing that to me simultaneously with what happened with the submarine. And they said Holly, and I kept hearing this message from Spirit saying Hollywood can make anything look real. And I kept hearing that over and over again. And it's just like it goes back to, do you know people? And I guarantee you there's people on these lives that are living in these areas that have wars going on or whatever the case may be. I'm not saying that that's not true, but the news and Hollywood and the mainstream outlets can make anything look real. And unless you know the people that actually were there and you spoke with them, or you were actually, or actually, I'm sorry, not even that. I wouldn't even fully trust that, because they also were showing to me they were showing to me everyone has a different lens that they look through. So it's like when someone tells them what is happening, or they're being told, they're going off of their own beliefs from their past as to what they will tell you about. It's like they showed me again the telephone game with the cups, and you're talking into it with the string, and the other person on the other side doesn't actually get the full scoop of what you actually said. Not only did they not get all of what you said, but they're also going off of their own beliefs and um, the way they view it to be. So it's like that's what happens with these situations. Like someone listens to it on the news, and then they tell their friend, and then their friend tells a skewed version of what you told them. And then you tell it, and are you telling exactly how the news said it, the original person? You know what I mean? So it's like
Mhm.
it turns into this huge, massive thing that it wasn't even from the start, you know? And so they're saying to stop focusing on these things that are happening on the other side of the planet that you're not even involved in personally, to stop focusing your attention on that because you're just creating it like what you said, and attention is like currency right now because if they can get your attention, they can cause you to um, be in this lower frequency or vibration of fear or control. So it's like attention is currency. And it's so important to be very mindful of where your attention is going and where you're focusing your attention on. And so, yeah, I mean, I told Luna yesterday when I was sitting out having lunch outside how peaceful and calm this place that I'm at is. And it's like if you have no social media and you have no connection to technology, it is so peaceful and you're like in this bubble and you don't even know what the hell is going on. All you hear is the birds chirping and watching the hummingbirds play and squirrels running around and dragons playing and you know fairies up in the trees and it's like they've made it to the point where like we're focusing on things that we don't even know if it's even really true. This war happening overseas, maybe you spoke to somebody on the phone. I'm not denying that personally involved that's involved in it. But a lot of people don't, and a lot of people are basing it off of what they see on the news, and or what they see on YouTube that somebody posted a video about. How do you know that's even real, or it could very well be AI generated. So it's just like this is what we got to stop doing, man, and focus on your life and what you're doing and what you're trying to achieve, not what is happening all around the world. And we'll see how fast the world will change. Not only that, but focusing on opening a door for someone, smiling at them, tell them, "Yeah, you got a really beautiful smile. You have really nice eyes. That dress looks really nice with your eyes," like things like that that could change someone's day and make their day better, and that's how we'll change the world really fast and really quickly. But people are so focused on what they see on this damn news and on the freaking YouTube and these stories they're being, oh yeah, like this area they got destroyed and blah blah blah. How do you know? You're not even there. You're just watching it on some screen that they can make look like anything they want. So that's what I wanted to kind of touch on because I was getting that so much, man. Like it's not for us, and that's the other message that they were trying to convey. It's not for you. If it's not happening in your immediate circle, it's not for you. That big, massive WW3 thing that may be happening over across the pond in another country is not for you. It's some massive catalyst that's supposed to wake up the people that are in that immediate like vicinity, you know? If it's not happening in your circle, in your world, right? In your like 20 feet from you, then it's not for you. You're just getting attached to it and attaching your like emotions and everything else to it, which is then creating more suffering. And then you're creating more of that timeline. So again, I went on a tangent, but some of these topics, man, there's a lot of information, they want me to bring through, and when people ask, and there's a lot more around that, but that's where I'm going to leave it. I feel complete, and um, yeah, it's just important, man. We stop doing that stuff, and start
It's
focusing on love and what we want to create.
it's interesting, Daring, because whenever someone says something so verbatim as a fact, I always ask, says who? What are your
Yeah, yeah,
sources?
yeah, yeah.
And yeah, if it's news or from a friend, it's like, but how legit is it? Because the thing is, what is news? It's one perspective, one viewpoint that they are trying to sell you
Which is
for
fear.
a reason, depending on what the topic is, right? Whether it's an ad, which really you can look at everything as an advertisement, which I try to. Like, how is
Mm.
something being shown to you and how are you receiving it? How are you receiving that energy?
Mhm.
Is it benefiting you or is it not benefiting you? Is that person tearing you down or is that person gassing you up, right? Should they be in your life because they're being
Yeah.
kind or not? Like what is the reason behind it? And something else that keeps happening that's very interesting, Darren, is I keep smelling vanilla chocolate. And I have no vanilla or chocolate in my space, but it keeps coming into my awareness. And it's
When
really
is
strong
that
right
though?
now.
When? Like when?
While
Oh,
I think it's
oh.
one of my psychic senses coming online,
No, that's
Darren.
what I was gonna say. Like, does it happen when
So
you do breath work and stuff, or what?
so it's happening right now.
Oh,
So black and white, vanilla and chocolate, right? My interpretation to this message from spirit is a lot of people are looking through things of the lens of black and white. That it
yes,
is
yes.
either A or it's either B. It's either right or it's wrong. It's either this or it's that. And yet,
Mhm.
that's farthest from the truth. Okay. There's
Yeah, yeah.
so much gray, beautiful gray. And that is the beautiful sweet spot of neutrality, of allowing yourself to see other perspectives. Even if
Mhm.
that source of whatever it is that is coming into your awareness for whatever reason, it is legit. It's like, but why is it coming into your awareness? Where's the gray? How can you come from it from a neutrality standpoint? Not rejecting it, not denying it, but just coming from compassion, coming from love. What can I do that would feel good for me to support this situation? Because here's the thing, we create our reality, okay? If we are in fear, we are creating that kind of reality and it's being reflected back to us. So if we're engaging in something that is causing fear and we do not know how to move it, which Darren and I know a bunch of ways on how to move energy and move, fear, beliefs, and what have you. If you want to know more about that, you can check out our website in the link below. Then we kind of get stuck in it. We kind of get stagnant in it and we move in that way until we learn how to release the belief, release the emotion, and understand that we're all manipulating energy. We're energy manipulators in like the best way possible, or it could be in the not best way against somebody's will, against not having good motives, being more in like an egoic space, right? So it's like,
Mhm.
when can we find the sweet spot? So someone just tells you like something horrific happened, right? We're putting meaning that it's horrific in the first place, right? We're saying we have this belief that this is a bad thing, which really, what if that person said, I want to leave in this way because I want that experience? What if they made a choice and that choice was really beneficial for their soul's expansion? Like there's so many different perspectives. Like, can we be like a child? You know how kids are so curious, like they're so amazing and beautiful. You are still a child, no matter what age you are as well. And you could tap into that, asking the whys, being curious about uh, why something is coming into your awareness, why you're tapping into this energy, why is this situation happening in your life, and is it something that you need to shift and change within yourself, or is it more of something that's just needs to pass by and you're just witnessing it, right? So it's like tuning into those kinds of energies as well. But I think that's why I got vanilla and chocolate smell, because then I saw the visual of white and black. And that's what a lot of people, I feel, and me included, I used to be like, I'm right on this, I'm wrong on this, or whatever. And now it's more of, what if it just is? Like, what if this is just an option? What if this is just a choice? And no matter what happens, we will all be supported, every
Mhm.
single one of us.
Did you
So,
um did you answer this question that John
which
Doe
one?
had? How do you enable your body to allow pent up emotions to flow through?
No, I didn't even see that one.
Yeah, it was way up at the top.
Oh, that's really good. Oh, dang it. Ah, I keep doing this. So I answer the questions and then I forget that I need to scroll because that little arrow thing, it disappears after a while. So I just think that no one's been commenting. But now I
No,
see,
there's a
I
lot
see
of
it
comments,
now.
man. Yeah.
Darn it. I'm so sorry, y'all. I thought you all weren't commenting. And I was like, wow, there's so many people in here. You just want to stare at me?
And then
That's
there
what I
was
thought. I was
one
like,
by
well, I guess
Mitch
I'll just
too.
send you the video.
Mitch had one
I'm
too
so
about
sorry. Here,
he
I'm
had
gonna
one about a voice that he had that he would what he said has happened, like some voice that he heard or something.
oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I don't see that one, but I screenshotted the one around allowing your body
Yeah.
how do you enable your body to allow pent up emotions to flow through? Oh my gosh, there's so many cool ways to do this. Do you want to take us up?
You
John
talk
Doe, are you still
you go
here?
for it. You go for it first.
Okay.
Since it was
John
when you
Doe, are
were
you still here? I love that your name's John Doe, by the way, because a lot of people use that
yeah.
as like, John Doe, blah, blah, blah. I'm just going to pretend that you're here. Maybe you'll come back and watch the replay if you're not here. So,
Or do you want to make a video about it?
well, I'm just going to do the short version and then we can go in depth if we want to. So,
I think that would be a
allowing
good video for you to make because you do have a good and you could have even do tips in there.
Yeah. I mean, I took a screenshot of it. I've been
Okay.
taking
All right.
screenshots of all the questions because
All right.
I think it'd be cool to answer them more, and tune into like,
Yeah.
if spirit wants us to share something else after when we've had these conversations or what have you.
Oh, I
Yeah,
think he is
there's
still here because he said John Doe said lab grown meat is banned in Texas. Did you see that?
yeah, but that was like shortly after their question.
No, that was a little while. No, it was like recent. I mean, it was not long ago.
Well, it's okay. Whether they're here or not, I'll just answer it. So, one way that I release emotions is through dance. And how I do this is I actually have a playlist. It's called the New Earth playlist. If you want to check it out, it's under the quick links page, under a tab if you go to our website. I put my headphones on and I listen to the music and I trust that whatever song comes that spirit wants me to listen to, and I listen to the lyrics, and lyrics are like high vibing, support you where you are. I put my hands on my heart, I close my eyes, and I allow my soul to move me. I do not move until my body moves by itself, which might sound weird at first, but it's actually really cool. So when we allow ourselves to do that, we're allowing our natural energy, our intelligent, like you are so intelligent as a being, to move this energy because emotions are ready to move. And how to move it is through movement, which is why I love dance. I love dancing. I love dancing. I love dancing. So then you just tune in, you listen to the lyrics, and let your body move. And a lot of the times, there are odd movements that I personally would never have picked to do as a dance move. But then it emotes emotion and it allows me to express myself and to release. So that's like one of the ways I do it. Another one that I've been doing consistently now for 2.5 months. Is it 3 months? I don't know. I've been doing breath work every day
Since
since
like
Daren took me along a
yeah,
38
you know when
day journey.
yeah, it was like we finished the day after my birthday, which was July 4th or 5th.
So
So
since June.
yeah, yeah.
So, oh, Daren, I'm like in month 4. Holy guacamole. So I had a very challenging upbringing, which from Daren's perspective, um, I chose to do that to other people in my life. I also have another perspective of perhaps I just want to experience it as like another layer of something heavy, but maybe it's a mixture of both, who knows. Um Anyways, while I've been doing breath work, a lot of stuff has been coming up for me, a lot of flashbacks, and I breathe as well as emotions, like so much anger. Oh my gosh, so much anger. Can I say so much anger? Like so much anger has to come up. through the breath, because I've understood now from breath work that my digestive system's a lot better. And my thoughts, like if my stomach is feeling weird, my mind is on fire. It's just so chatty, so talkative, like trying to process things that are not even in my present reality, but it's becoming in my present reality because I'm thinking about it and my attention is trying to focus there. So, a lot of our thoughts and our emotions, or these deep emotions that you're talking about, can come up in your stomach. So, when you do these breath work movements, it'll come up to be released. And something else that happened today, which I was not expecting, but super cool. I was doing sun gazing when I was doing the sunrise because I'm finishing another program around the third eye, and one of them is around sun gazing, which I didn't know how to really sun gaze until recently. But it's, you don't directly look at the sun; you look out your peripherals. And while I was doing it, I was releasing, and they're guiding me, which I'm going to add into my video in the program, around what to do, how to do it properly so you can release these stored emotions. And I started again, wherever my eyes were, releasing more flashbacks. It was
Mm,
wild to me
mm,
from the sun
mm.
because I wear glasses. On here, I don't, because I don't like the glare, and I also just, I don't like glasses, which is why I'm creating this program, the Seeing Clearly program, because
I
I want to
don't
get rid of
either.
them.
Yeah.
And so I have this whole program, these different exercises that have come through to support in releasing glasses, also opening your third eye and what have you. But I wasn't expecting that. So that also brought up a lot of emotion in me to help me release. But there are so many ways to release emotions, like so many. Those are the most recent that I've used in the past week. um, we have our soon to be self-care PDF that you all could download as different ways to release emotions and things like that, of
What
that
the heck just
nature.
happened with YouTube? Did you see
I
that?
don't know, it like glitched out for a second.
Yeah.
I thought maybe you left for a second. It's
It
so
just
odd.
restarted the clock. It just restarted how
Not
long
on my
ago?
end.
It says
It's still
15 seconds, right?
102. Really?
What? It says 15 seconds, 20 seconds. Yeah.
It says 102:27 on my end.
1 hour and 27.
Yeah,
Now it says
27
29
seconds.
seconds.
Weird. Well, I'll screenshot it on my end just in case YouTube's being weird.
Yeah, because mine, I'll screenshot mine too and show you. Yeah, it's like it said going live again. Like it's like almost, but all the likes are still there, 17 likes. But
Huh.
and
So
the
odd.
questions are, but the timer reset.
Weird.
Yeah, he said it skipped for a second on our end
Hmm.
too. Little
Yeah.
stutter there, but
It's
we're
like a
all good.
blackout.
Yeah,
What are blackouts, y'all? What are blackouts? Like in the Schumann resonance, what is that? That is high frequency energy that cannot be detected by our technology, because there's higher technology than what's
yeah,
provided here. Like
yeah, yeah.
super high technology. So that's what I'm going to interpret that as. Our frequency was so high vibrational that it glitched YouTube. All right, that is my take on it, Darren. If you want to add to that.
No, I mean
Oh,
there's a lot
hi,
of comments
Dale.
too.
Hi, hi.
Yeah, Dale's here. Shield of God. He's gonna come on on the podcast. Shield of God. He emailed us. I got to find his email. Um, he's really dope, man. We're gonna take it down the rabbit hole. Um,
Hmm. Ooh, yeah. Darren has a bunch of breathwork videos that you can follow along to. Sorry, for sure. And
and
it
we're gonna
really
be,
does help.
yeah. I mean, we're gonna do breath work. Like again, like classes. But I think right now we're gonna pause on it because That's what Luna
We're getting
wants to do.
certified in a new kind of breath work that a lot of people don't know about. But I'm so
Yeah,
excited because it mixes music,
yeah,
somatic movements, and then specific topics to help you move the energy more.
yeah. And
So
ecstatic dance. It has ecstatic dance. Yeah,
I love
all of it.
ecstatic dancing.
And Luna gets to like mix her own music. So and subliminals. It's
Oh,
got
hi, Shield of
subliminals.
God.
Yeah, he's the one I was talking about. He's going to come on the
Yeah,
podcast.
nice to meet you too. You're probably already gone, but bye, Southern.
This was fun, man. Yeah. I love going live, period, anyways. But oh yeah, there's Dale right there. He just said hi. Oh, you're open to that too, Cesar? Okay. Well, send me an email, man, at Daren and Luna at gmail.com. Um, maybe we can create another roundtable discussion. That would be pretty cool. We could start another roundtable and have you guys on, and we could have a civil discussion. Send me an email, man. Just that's coming to mind right now. I wouldn't mind that. Again, we have to. Here's the thing, though. I don't want to do it in the way that I did it before. It's going to go from week to week. I'm not going to do it where we're committing to like, oh, this is going to be like an ongoing thing. I just want to like it's going to start. We'll maybe do one and see how it goes. See how we all vibe together. And you never know. Yeah, man. So email me at Daren and Luna at Gmail, Cesar. Okay. And then if you don't mind, Shield of God, email me again. Okay. Send me another email so I can star it because we have so many emails. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to even find it. All right. If you don't mind, both of you send an email to here. I'll type it in the chat. Hold on.
So Dale is asking, do you guys know if there's a frequency to aid in opening the third eye? I'm just gonna copy it too. Does or will it even work? So I believe anything can work for anything if you believe it. So if you believe that you touch your third eye and say open and your third eye will open, then it will open and it will work for you. So I will say that. Um, as far as frequencies, not that I'm aware of, or not that my guides have communicated with me. Um, I would say this essential oil incorrectly, but I call it frankinessence, but I know that's not how you actually say it. But I rub that on my third eye and it smells good. Um, I do have exercises that will be in this Seeing Clearly program that I was guided to do that help strengthen your vision and your third eye to open more. And I'm pretty sure if you type in into Google the solfeggio frequencies, also I'm butchering that word as well. But if you type that in, there is a frequency for third eye. I'm pretty sure.
Mm.
I love I love those frequencies just because they're so calming and relaxing. Actually, I'm kind of curious, so I'm just gonna look it up right now and I'll let you know.
I don't even know what the question was, but
Is there a frequency that can open up your third eye? And
oh
does it
yeah,
work?
yeah, yes, there is. Um, and there's actually other things that you really want to do too, is detoxify the third eye. Um, I really truly believe that food also plays a role in calcifying the third eye and your pineal gland. A lot of the things like in our water and our food and the things they spray. So you have to. There's a product. I'm not going to show it up on the screen, but I'm just going to tell you look up something like gold. Let me wait. I think I have it. I'm not gonna
So
the one that I've gotten is look up. I'm just going to give you this to look up, okay? Again, I don't recommend nothing. I'm not telling you a product name or anything. I'm just going to tell you there's a mineral called ormus, earth minerals, and that stuff you can do use to decalcify. And there's other stuff out there too, and that will open up your third eye essentially. But there is frequencies and vibrations. Yes, there's like
So the frequency that I see online, according to Google, it says 852 hertz will
mm,
support you with that. It says it heightens your intuitive abilities, leading to better decision making and inner guidance. And yeah, I also agree, like, if you have a cleaner diet, that will also support you in opening up your third eye, because it's less for your body to have to process. So if you can eat lighter food,
yeah,
like plant-based foods, less processed foods, drinking water, yeah, that's
less processed in
filtered.
general. Less processed
Mhm.
in general, but even fasting and doing breath work on fasting is huge in your connection to source. So yeah, I would highly recommend any of those things, which I know a lot of you guys fast anyway and things of that nature. So um yeah, the denser foods, of course, like meat and stuff like that. Yeah. And what do you think they have? Like people that eat meat are so, and I'm sorry, I don't want to say that, but like a lot of people that eat meat are very um on the defensive about it. Like they either gaslight you or they make fun of you or whatever, you know. It's really interesting how attached they are to it. Whereas I don't care either way. Like I'm neutral. I don't care. Okay, eat meat if you want to eat meat. I'm not going to tell you not to eat it or eat it. So yeah, I think there's a and listen, at the end of the day, majority of the humans eat meat. So it's very interesting, as well. And the fact that I had to stop eating meat and then my digestive system came back to balance and like was much better. I mean, you may think it's funny, but like, I mean, you may laugh about it, but like, not you, Luna, but like everyone on here or whatever. But like when I was eating meat, my breath was bad, all of it. My gut was like really out of whack, you know. Um, and then I got off of it, and then it took a while to get myself back to balance and to. So I think there's something there that they don't want to tell us, because of the things they put in it as well. But again, I don't want to judge anybody on here that's eating meat. I'm not here to like try to convince you to stop or to go to plant based. But anyways, my point is, yeah, these are things you got to look at if you want to, cleanse because a lot of us, our pineal gland is, our third eye is calcified, and they want to do that. They want that to happen. And I'm gonna tell you, remember Luna when I was doing like the Akashic records and all that stuff, man, and I was steadily doing it, the visuals I was getting, all in the third eye, like my third eye would just break open, man, and I'd see like sacred geometry and all kinds of stuff. It would be like colored stuff just moving around, like I was tripping or something on acid, or taking mushrooms or something. So it's like powerful, man. If you open that up and you cleanse it. So Shield of God says I'm a meat eater, not particularly guy glued to it as an ideology though. But you know what? I want to say this too. I want to say like it's important to follow your body and what your body needs and wants. So it's not even about me saying, "Oh, maybe that's what you need right now." You know what I mean? Like at one point Luna was guided to eat meat, like her body was telling her. So it's like I'm not telling you like listen to your body. That's the most important thing. But like if you're just doing it because it tastes good and you know, oh yeah, like Taco Bell, it tastes delicious. You know, which I don't really think it does, but what I'm whispering that to you guys, but And it's the funniest thing because so many people talk about it and say how they're on the toilet for hours after it and all this stuff, but then they continue to eat it, which doesn't make sense to me. But, anyway, funnily enough, I used to be a
Oh,
vegetarian, but
dang.
I had medical issues and I had to choose between life of meds or a new diet. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think that if you're on it long enough, your body will adjust. I really truly believe that, but I'm not going to tell you what to do. I'm not here to like doctoring anybody or anything. And um, but like at the end of the day, man, don't listen to anybody tell you anything. Listen to your body first and foremost. It knows exactly what it needs. Our bodies knows what it wants and needs and tells us regularly. Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny about that? I was watching this YouTube live stream and this guy says, "Oh, I just ate some spicy stuff." He goes, "My heart didn't like it, but my stomach did." And he goes, "I'm gonna pay for that at 2 in the morning with heartburn, but it was okay because I loved it and it was good." And you know what I'm saying? Like, that is the weirdest thing. Like, when I got that acid stuff coming up and the heartburn and all that stuff, man, I was like, "Okay, God, okay, body, what do I need to change so this doesn't happen again?" But people are so willing to stay, like, experiencing, like, things that your body's, like, telling you, "Oh, yo, listen, man, this is not I don't like this food that you're putting in my body in the body." But, like, they'll do it anyways because it tastes good, like eating really freaking higher hot, fiery stuff, and then they'll sit on the toilet and it'll burn, and they don't care because of how good it tastes. It's like, I don't understand the ideology in that. Like, if I'm experiencing physical things, like, that acid stuff is brutal, man. And I'm like, hell no. I'm gonna figure out what I need to do to change. If I have to change what I eat and eliminate everything I'm eating, then I'm gonna do it. Or if I have to eat at 2 o'clock in the afternoon and that's it and end it, I'm doing it. But people out there, they don't care. They'd rather suffer for the taste of it, which does not make sense to me whatsoever, but it's okay. Everybody, to each his own. All right. Can you hear me, Luna? Because my headphones just went. Can you
Oh,
say
that's what it
something?
was. I was just gonna say that your
Oh, great. Now
sound
I can't hear you.
changed.
Yeah.
Oh,
Let me see. Speak again.
speak again.
Oh man, not again. Like last time. Now I can't even hear you barely at all.
Hi, Kenneth again.
Okay, say something again.
Say something again.
There we go. Now I can hear you.
Okay. Yes, I could hear you.
Um,
I could tell your sound changed,
yeah, because
and I
my
couldn't
phone,
figure out
my
why.
yeah, 'cause the headphone went.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not here to judge anybody, man. Do whatever is best for you. But like, if you're asking for guidance and help, and you want to clean your pineal gland, man, yeah, do some of those things, man. And start looking, researching. There's different healthy drops that you could take and things of that nature to clear it, to open it up. So, anyways, is the live stream appropriate for oh god, same person is back again. Myself to indulging in the stuff that does that damage once a week or every other week. Sometimes just once a month. It gets better as I go. Yeah, see, there you go. So a lot of people are experiencing that stuff, but they I had to like basically it was difficult, man. I had to like because it happens when I go to sleep and then I wake up at like 10 o'clock in the at night and it's like happens and I don't know what it could have been from because I ate during the day. And so I had to like do like process of elimination and now I've realized that eating 2 3 in the afternoon, sometimes 4, and then I'm okay, and then I don't eat nothing after that. A lot of us eat really late or right before bed and then you lay down and then that is why it happens too. It can also be weight over having more weight than, there's a lot of reasons. You just gotta, tune into it. Um, so yeah. Um, so how do you feel right now, Loon, with where we're at with the live? You feel good for
Yeah.
today?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
feel
it's four four
complete.
four two. Yeah, me too. It's four
I
four
took
four two.
screenshots
Perfect time.
of a lot of the questions too,
Cool.
just in case we want to dive into them more later.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. I mean, I think yeah, I want to make like videos and stuff like that. I think that would be good. Like take questions that people ask, and then we can make content. Around the questions.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, this was fun, man. Another really successful live. I think that I enjoyed it. I feel complete. I feel like I'm going to kick back for a bit. I feel
Okay.
kind of tired, and but also, you know, um, yeah, I've been making a lot. As you guys don't know, we're going to make mashups, and I was doing IRLs earlier, doing in real life videos. Recording me going to the smoothie shop, me working out at the gym. Luna's gonna take it and slap it all together and make this beautiful story for you guys. So stay
We'll
tuned for
see.
that too. Yeah.
See how it goes.
All right, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Um, and it may not happen. It may happen. So
Mm.
yeah, man. I'm
Thank you,
grateful you were able.
everybody.
Yeah, thank you, man. I'm grateful that you were able to pop up too. Tap the like button, everybody, so we can get to like 20 likes. We're like three away. And thank you. And are we coming back tomorrow?
I don't know. We'll see if there's
All right.
energy.
All right. All right. Well, you may have us back tomorrow or just me or just Luna or whatever. Hey, by the way, everybody, don't one other thing. Luna went live earlier. If you want to go back and watch her live, she was, observing the sunrise and it was a cool live. Go back and watch the replay. She went live this morning. Appreciate the conversation as always. Grateful for the chance to talk to everyone, and it was a blessing to finally meet you, Luna. Bless you all.
Yay.
Thank
Bless you
you. Thank you.
too. Thank you,
Yeah, man.
everybody. Love you.
Love you
Have a great
all.
day, night, morning, wherever you are.
Love you
Bye.
all. Bye.